I stay riding with some. 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 It's your girl T. I'm back with another video. If this your first time here, make sure to subscribe. Let's get into this video. What's up, guys? Today you'll see me showing you guys how I did a black girl Afro resin. I did not film the first beginning of this process, which was getting my colors together, mixing them together, and then getting the colors that I actually want with the resin. So what I did first was I took the black resin and I attempted to fill the hair portion. After filling the hair portion, I then took a tan goldish type of portion and then proceeded to do the neck and the face area of the Afro resin. I then allowed that to sit for about, now it's been about 23 hours as you see me here trying to demold the process. So what I'm doing now is I am just checking to see if the Afro resin is completely hardened and that it's not any softened pieces that is still attempting to harden. Now the resin usually takes about 24 hours or more to harden depending on what type of project you're doing, and in this case it takes a little bit more time for this to actually harden on each side through the whole piece, throughout the hair, throughout the face, and also the neck area. So what I'm actually doing now is checking again to make sure everything hardened properly, and I am just removing the outside area or the outline area of the Afro Black Girl resin again so that it can be demolded. So once I demold it, I'll know if it's really hardened or if there's still some soft pieces, and if there's anything that didn't dry or attach properly that may like break the mold or may take the design out of proportion, meaning it didn't properly dry right, or there's some areas where there's bigger areas or there's a large amount of more resin on one side than it is the other side. In this case, it did dry properly and it did mold properly. As you can see, it is still a little soft in the neck area, but it is hard, but you could tell that it's still drying. So what I did was just took the edges off and then place it back inside of the mold, and I'm going to demold it completely and take the full Afro resin girl out. I wanted to make sure that the face properly molded and that the neck area and the outlining of the hair molded properly, being that there was a lot of zigzags around the area. So I wanted to make sure that the resin was portioned properly in this particular area. So if you see me now, what I'm doing is just tapping on it, trying to see what areas is still softened and what areas is harder or more harder than others. Now the area around the face and the hair area again was completely dry, completely hard, and the neck area was still a little bit soft in this area. So I'm going to demold it here and take it completely out of the mold now that I have pulled back all of the remaining sides of the mold, and this is what it actually looks like. So now what I'm doing is I'm just filling around the Afro resin just to make sure again that it did properly set correctly. There's no hard or rough areas or bulky or bulging areas around the actual Afro resin. And so that's what you see me doing here, where you see me actually rolling my fingers around the outside of the actual design and around the face area and neck area. Now, this mold, you can actually put it in something where you can have her sitting up in an area, or you can actually just have it just like this, where you could just place her on the wall somewhere in your designated home. After filling on it and just checking it out, what I decided to, I think I was going to put maybe some names in the inside of her hair that would depict Black girl and how a Black woman would feel about her hair. Now, you can get this particular design in different colors. You don't actually have to have her hair black or her neck area in a brown tone. This is the first one that I've done, so I wanted to be more of these particular colors, and this was the one I was going to save for myself. So if you look at it, it looks really, really acrylic like. Yes, you can see me in the camera there. Just ignore that. And yes, I do have on a robe because it's always cold in my house. But anyway, you can get different colors of this resin with the Afro girl. Her face can be a different color. Her hair can be a different color. Whatever color you choose, you can set her up on top of the wall. You can set her up on a table or wherever you decide to set her up at. But this is the actual finished look of what the Afro resin will look like once it has been demolded. I actually like it. If you look at it, there's like a face right here within the face of her face, which is really, really dope. I did not try to do that, so it actually did it on its own and created its own artwork, and I'm excited about that because you never know. Each one would be different depending on how you actually pour the resin inside of the mold. So again, if you look at her neck area, it's kind of in a slanted way, so you may want to sit her on top of something, or again, if you're sitting her on the wall area, have it somewhere up in a decor area, such as over I can't think of what those is. Like, we have pillars, so maybe I can use that. Maybe sit her on top of a pillar or something of that nature. Anyway, I was excited of how this actually came out, so I will show you guys the ending effect once I put her on my wall, and I'm going to show you guys also what her hair looked like with actual words in the inside of her hair at the end of this video. So this is my Afro Black Girl Magic Resin that is now available. If you would like one, you can DM me, or you can visit Tasha Custom Crafts for more information. If you want to follow me, you can also follow me at Tasha Custom Crafts. You can also follow me at deveboutique.com. Thank you for watching.